Flagstaff, first of all, is a perfect place for training. The weather is nice, especially after April 1st. You know, it's all perfect. This is a training camp away from home.
Now I come here like 2 months at a time, 3 months, so probably it's my second home. You can focus on your training without any distraction. Like in Tucson, when I'm at home, I know a lot of people, I have a lot of friends, as you know. But in Flagstaff, you come to Flagstaff and you know you're here for training.
It's serious training. When I'm home, I don't want to be tempted to do, you know, my lawn and stuff like that, you know, just run around, drive to go see friends, because those are the things that can tempt you to do something while you're sitting on your couch at home. So here is a perfect place because we have everything. We have the forests over here.
The trails and the nature, you don't get any distraction. You run on the trails on the middle of the woods, you know, just so quiet. You get a peace of mind.
Roger, come on.
I knew, like, the first time when I came here and I qualified the Olympic, I discovered that altitude does work.
Mentally, this is great because when I do the training that are hard enough, and I feel like I'm hitting the times that the coach wants, because this is a good measure of how fit you are right now.
The sounds of swimming, splashing and cheering and coaching,
All the 25s are on 40.
which to Marcus Titus has no sound at all.
I was born deaf. My parents found out until I was 3 years old.
About a decade later, it would be his parents, specifically Marcus's mother, who would urge him to take up swimming as a freshman at Flowing Wells High School.
I gave it a try, and the first month I hated it so bad. Then I realized I love racing. That's what kept me going.
And go he did, from Flowing Wells to Arizona State before landing back in Tucson at Arizona, where currently he's training for this summer's Olympic trials. At practices, Marcus is aided by an interpreter, and prior to the start of races, he relies on hand signals to instruct him when to get ready. But just last month, Marcus was informed in a letter from USA Swimming that the Olympic trials would follow the procedures of FINA, swimming's world governing body, which does not use hand signals. Titus quickly took action, creating a Facebook page titled USA Swimming Discriminates Against Deaf Swimmer. It instantly gained traction and popularity. And in less than 24 hours, Frank Bush, who coached Titus at the U of A and is now USA Swimming's national team director, stepped in and made the decision that hand signals would be permitted at the trials.
It was easy. Marcus is an incredible athlete, an incredible human being, so for me to be able to make a phone call and get that changed right away, and USA Swimming knew that that was the right thing to do as well.
I wanted to make a statement for deaf athletes here, hard of hearing athletes, because I'm sure they're going like the same, problem, and I just hope that I can make a change and be able to help for future deaf athletes too.
His biggest statement of all could come this summer with a trip to the Olympics.
Kick, but Titus hangs on.
Which would be a win for Marcus Titus and a win for deaf athletes everywhere.
You don't see many deaf athletes out there, and as few are really good, and I want to be able to spread that, grow that, recruit more deaf athletes out there, and I hope that I can make a difference for all other deaf athletes.
When I first found out that I was going to trials, I was kind of a mess. I was a little bit stressed, thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to Olympic trials. But then my coach told me, this is just another meet. So I finally started to calm down and just train like I'd always trained before. So I think that just going into practice every day thinking, okay, well, I've got trials, just let's have fun with it. I think that's how I've been training. The swimmers here are incredible. The hard work that they do, it pushes me every single day. And I think that's what's really great about coming to the University of Arizona is that we have such a good swimming and diving program that we just kind of feed off each other. So at different meets, I'll feed off them if I'm not feeling up and ready to go. I definitely think this is the starting point for me. These trials, I think I'm going there for experience. I never really thought that I would be going to these trials, so I think right now it's just the beginning.
Abdi Rockman's first view of the Olympics was just like most everyone else's, on television, as he watched the 1996 games in Atlanta. 4 years later, he was in the Olympics, running for the United States in Sydney. So if you want to say Abdi's career came out of nowhere, you'd be right. While at Pima Community College, on a whim, he showed up to a track practice wearing jeans and boots. He ran 5 miles and finished second. From there, he went on to the U of A and became an All-American. And now, some 15 years after that first ever run at Pima, Abdi is closing in on his 4th Olympic appearance.
Did I come to the USA to be a runner? No. Did I, high school, when I was going to high school, did I want to be a runner? No. It was just something I saw it, and I have a passion for it, and I enjoy doing it.
Abdi Rockman wins it.
Perhaps as large as his running ability is Abdi's personality, a true character who has his own nickname and brand, Black Cactus.
Black Cactus is it's a lot of cactus in Tucson, so yeah, I like it actually. It's kind of catchy. Eh?
One thing missing, though, from his decorated career is an Olympic medal. At age 35, London might be his final chance.
A lot of people say in Olympics, it's not about winning, it's taking a part of the Olympics. But you know, just sometimes that kind of like as an athlete, it just gets older because we all there as an athlete, as a competitor, we're there to win. And if you don't win any medals, you kind of get disappointed.
Whether or not he gets that elusive medal later this summer, Abdi has already written a remarkable story of passion and appreciation.
I take nothing for granted in life. I know I'm fortunate enough to be in the U.S., fortunate enough to be in Arizona. I'm thankful to attend the Tucson High, Pima Community College, University of Arizona. I consider myself one of those lucky people to get out of war-torn country, you know, in Somalia there. So, you know, I'm just one of those lucky people, and I want to take advantage of opportunity that I was presented. Every day I'm thankful. Every morning I wake up and I look at the window and I just like, you know, I don't even know how many times I say thank you, Lord, every day.
Having won bronze and silver medals for his native Kenya in the 2000 and 2004 Olympics, the 08 Games in Beijing were supposed to be Bernard Lagat's coming out party as a United States Olympian. He was a favorite in both the 1500 and 5000, but an Achilles injury derailed any hopes of reaching the medal stand.
And will leave Beijing empty-handed.
First of all, that was the first injury I've ever had. It happened at the wrong time. I was disappointed. When I think back now of that injury, it really took a lot from me. It just took my dream away.
Now 4 years later, at age 37 and healthy, Lagat's dream is once again alive, and he's training strictly for one race, the 5,000, and what likely will be his final Olympic appearance.
2012, I'm putting everything together. My group, that small group of my training partners, my other group that doesn't run with me, but they gave me amazing support, and including my kids. So this is the year that I feel like I have to go and do something.
And not just any old something, but something big, something memorable, something historic, like becoming the first American male to win Olympic gold in the 5,000 since Bob Scholl in 1964.
For that gold, if I win, you know that's going to tell me since 2000, Olympics, my first Olympics, and then my 4th Olympics winning gold, it will mean a lot for my career, that I've been able to stay on top, that I've been able to be disciplined, to be a man of integrity, and win for the United States. The opportunities that I got in this country, to be able to be where I am, to have these kind of sponsors that I have, to have the life and, you know, the happiness that I have right now. If I was not in the United States, I don't know if this could have been possible.
In line with following her Olympic dream, Jill Camarena followed her coach, Craig Carter, from Utah to Arizona when Carter was hired at the U of A over 5 years ago. As he was helping to guide Jill to what would be her first Olympic appearance in 2008, he suggested a trainer that could help her rehab from back surgery.
Craig said, hey, you should try this guy.
This guy was Dustin Williams, someone Jill had actually known for a couple of years.
He started working on me every day at Olympic trials, and he was one of the main reasons I made that team.
Jill would finish 11th in the shot put in the 08 games and would then return to Utah to work on her master's degree. And a familiar face and friend was close by, Dustin.
And from there, we just started kind of hanging out more, and from that point on, it was just, we were together pretty much almost every day.
And by late summer of 2009, they were married.
Words can't describe the joy that's come in my life in the last 3 to 4 years.
And over that time, it goes without saying that Dustin's role and responsibilities have increased tremendously.
Oftentimes I'm wearing a couple different hats, and I enjoy it to work with my wife as well as with the top thrower in the U.S. right now. And it's been amazing. We make a wonderful team.
It just kind of adds into those blessings that we've had, you know, being married and having this wonderful partnership.
Together last year at the World Championships came the experience and thrill of Jill bringing home a bronze medal. 2012 brings a whole new, very rare, very special experience. Dustin and Jill, husband and wife, trainer and athlete, together in London at the Olympics.
How many athletes are going to be able to have that at the Olympics? Maybe one, maybe me. And so, you know, having him there is really going to be a huge advantage.
There's going to be joy no matter how she does, because of the effort she puts in and what we've learned from it. No matter the outcome of it, we've learned a lot of wonderful things that we'll take with us.
4 Olympics, 7 Olympic medals, been swimming for 26 years.
But swimmer is only one way that Amanda Beard wishes to be defined. She's also a wife and mother, and recently became an author. Her book, In the Water They Can't See You Cry, documents everything from Beard posing for Playboy to her triumphs and struggles, including bouts with depression, bulimia, and drug abuse.
I mean, I think I've lived a very chaotic life. I've done a lot of outspoken things, outgoing things, provocative things, but they've all been things that in those moments in my life I felt were right for me and right for where I was. And if I can't be completely honest with things and own up to things and the experiences that I went through, why even bother?
More chapters of her life could soon be written, like qualifying for a 5th trip to the Olympics, a subject Amanda says she can revel in sometime down the road.
I think it's one of those things, 20, 30 years from now, I'm going to completely brag about myself to my grandkids and everybody around me, and they'll be sick of hearing about it. But right now, while I'm in the moment, I need to focus on, you know, the goals that I have for myself and what I want to accomplish.
And plans to push for the 2016 Olympics are in the works.
After this go for this 5th Olympics, I definitely want to have another baby, and then I want to hopefully continue swimming till 2016. And this is the same theory. 20, 30 years from now, I don't want to look back and regret not pushing myself when I was still physically capable of doing this and seeing how far I can take it.